was the intro.
Wish that you could build a time machine so you could see the things no one can see. Feels like you're standing on the edge, looking at the stars and wishing you were there.
Two of our little Horror Nights videos.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Horror Nights lists.
Yeah.
Top 5s.
Exactly. Talking about our little HHN prep.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be our top 5 intellectual property houses, and let's just say, if you guys don't know what an intellectual property is, where have you been? Have you been hiding under a rock? It's basically a movie, a TV show.
I kind of thought it was individual property for a long time. So.
Intellectual.
Yeah, for a long time I thought it was individual,
okay.
So I can't get mad at someone else.
Exactly. You guys are fine. Nico didn't even know what it was. You're good.
It's the things that Universal didn't come up with themselves.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's things that are movies and books.
Exactly.
So that's the simple way.
So last time I started, so this time I'm going to let Nico start with his number 5.
Should I go honorable mention first, or should we do that in the middle?
Honorable mention first.
My honorable mention is, well, like I spelled it here, the X persist, but it's actually the Exorcist.
Before he finishes, that's my honorable mention.
Really? Yeah. It was really close between that and my number 5. I just thought the number 5 house, not to spoil it, but it was more fun than The Exorcist. It was cool. I like the scenes where the priest is throwing holy water and it can wet people. That's cool.
The power of Christ compels you.
I
said Christ.
Am I supposed to not curse? Can I say something that's bad?
I apologize. Kids, cover your ears. If you're sensitive to bad words and language, just cover your ears for a second.
I was hoping there was going to be the scene in The Exorcist where she's hitting the cross in her crotch area, because I don't want to get too explicit here, and saying, "Let Jesus fuck you." I was really hoping that would be in the house, but it wasn't. Back to the PG content.
Before that, I have 2 more honorable mentions, because I just really like these houses, and I feel bad leaving them off my list. American Horror Story Volume 2. The one that was last year, 27.
Yeah.
That had Asylum, Coven, and Roanoke. It was a good house, don't get me wrong. But
I think it's weird because... Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
There was the thing is, it's hard to think about that as a single facade because it has different ones when you go into different areas, kind of.
I don't want to talk about facades anymore. Like I was saying, I don't want to spoil my list, but let's just say the one before, excellent.
Yeah.
And my second honorable mention is The Walking Dead from The Walking Dead from 26.
I keep thinking about it because the Grady twins are right there.
I know. The Walking Dead from 26. It was a really good house, just for the fact that it had all the seasons, and it was also the last year we had The Walking Dead.
And it was long. I like big houses even if they suck, because...
Oh, that was 24. That wasn't that long.
I like long houses, because if you wait a long time in the line, the house is long, it makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, true. Alright, so start with your number 5. I guarantee you our list is completely different. Except for our number 1. Our number 1's the same. Calling it right now. We don't know anything.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be the same.
We don't have anything to know about each other's lists.
We know each other's favorites, kind of, but we just don't know the list, how they were placed.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Krampus.
Wow.
It was cool. It was a good house. It wasn't anything crazy good. The gingerbread scene was funny in the kitchen where it smelled like gingerbread. That was
you guys
good.
smell it? Because I don't.
The little troll things everywhere. I'm not really sure what they are.
Hold on, wait. The one time we went to the house and the elf was just went streaming, running.
Oh my god.
My god.
So, if any of you guys have been through it, if you haven't, it's fine too. At the beginning of Krampus, when you walk in, there's I don't know if it's to your left or in front of you. Either way. Yeah, it's a staircase and there's a hallway next to it.
Yeah, it's right in front of you.
There's nothing on the staircase, but there's a small hallway to the right of it.
Well, on top of the staircase, there's an elf, but it's kind of like a sculpture.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or a little statue.
But on the bottom, next to the staircase on the right, there's a small little hallway, and I'll call them elves. There was an elf all the way at the end of it. And every other time that we've gone through that house
he pops his head out.
He pops his head out and he might come a little closer, maybe that's it. The first time we go through it, explicit content, kids click off. or pause it, mute it. This fucker runs through the hallway sprinting.
He's running
at
like
the line,
Pennywise
like
coming out of the water.
Me. I was gonna say I've never been so scared at Halloween Horror Nights. I've been more scared, but it was a top moment for me, like ever.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Okay,
Nice.
so yeah, Krampus. That scene really did it for me. That was good.
Oh, remember the time the elf, we were in the, like where the snowmen were, and the elf came out and he pointed at the roof?
Yeah, the elf came out at one point where all the snowmen are, and the one snowman's jumping at you.
Yeah, that guy was just like, ugh!
And he pointed at the roof of the house, probably like halfway through the actual house. There's like a facade in there, and the elf pointed up to it, and Krampus was on top of the roof of it. That was cool. And there was kind of there was unique like scares in it, like jumping out of things. It was cool. There was a lot of unique things. I liked it.
Yeah.
So that's number 5, Krampus.
All right. So my number 5, nothing like your number 5.
I'm gonna start saying like that was my number 5 after, just in case like it's hard to follow after all this.
So even if it's your number 3, that was my number 5.
Yeah, no, but yeah.
All right. So my number 5, Freddy versus Jason.
Holy shit! I think I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So I just love the fact that this is the first time I see the two big icons in horror. He told me to wait, so I'm gonna wait.
No, we're good. Okay.
We're good. Okay. So, two big icons in horror, Freddy and Jason. Just like he said how there was a little facade in Krampus before, like halfway through the house. In this house, you start at Camp Crystal Lake. Going through, it's Jason. It's cool. Then you transition to Elm Street, and you literally see the house right in front of you. And it's amazing. And at the end of the house, depending on what time you went to the house or what cast you had, either Jason won or Freddy won. And let's just say that it was just so cool to go through that house. There's so many unique scares. You had the double jump scare, and then
the scenes throughout the movie, like different. Yeah, cool.
The only thing I didn't like
the big Freddy.
I was gonna say that's the only thing I didn't like.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I feel like the Nightmare on Elm Street scenes should have been better. We don't need Jason X. I feel like the Elm Street scenes should have been bigger and longer, but it's okay. We'll get his house soon. Right?
I'm gonna say that I didn't see that one on the list when I was on the map when I was doing it because I'm not very smart. And that definitely would have either replaced Krampus or my number 4. So Krampus would have been off the list if I would have remembered that one. So
I'll go with my number 4. Hear me out before any of you fanboys come and kill me.
I know what it's gonna be.
Number 4 is Insidious. This house, the first time I went through it, I was terrified. Just for the fact the music is so ominous. It's such a cool feel. And I don't know how to explain it. There was a scene where it was completely dark.
Oh, yeah.
And it felt like I was being touched.
You were.
And, oh my god.
I don't know how they did it.
I think it wasn't
scare actors. Yeah, it was like just things like coming through the wall. I don't know what it was.
It didn't feel right.
No.
It was...
No one likes being touched.
Exactly. But I just love the Insidious franchise for the fact they have so many different demons.
Yeah.
Because in there they had the Black Bride.
Was the old man guy there?
No, that was
this year's.
He was. He was. That was 25.
Guy's fucking weird.
He was there. The
breathing mask old guy's weird.
Yeah, the man that can't breathe. He doesn't have a name. That's just the man that can't breathe. That's like the lipstick face demon or Darth Maul, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
He was there, and he's honestly, whenever he's in a house, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, he has the long fingers, so he can if he's in a caged area, because he is.
You
a lot
can
of time,
feel him. It's like you're meeting a Dr. Seuss character. It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
So my turn.
Yeah.
My number 4. So this is the second time this has happened. Is Insidious. It seems like I have a lot of stories for every house. So when it comes to Insidious. It took me months and months to finish the third movie because the first time I watched it was with him. We were on the way home.
No, we were on the way there.
Horror Nights, or on the way there to Horror Nights. And it was nighttime. We were driving up there. I think my mom was driving or something. It was years ago. We watched Insidious 3. Don't know the full name. Doesn't matter. On the phone. 3. And it was pitch black in the car.
It's Insidious Chapter 3.
I've never been so scared watching a movie in my life. So I was terrified to go in that house, and it didn't disappoint at all, and it might have been my favorite, or one of my favorite houses from that year. What year was that, 26 or 25?
It's not your favorite.
That was 25?
No spoilers! It's not your favorite from
Was that 25?
Yeah, it was 25.
Oh, well then it wasn't my favorite, but it was up there with one of my favorites, and I thought it was a really good house. It just got overshadowed by things. But yeah, I was terrified to go through it, and I think that's what made it on this list. So I'm going 3 now.
Number tres.
Numero 3. For me is American Horror Story, the first one. The first American Horror Story 3. What can I say about it? It's a big house. It was the biggest house ever, right? That was the biggest house ever.
Until American Horror Story this week came.
Yeah. So at that time, it was the biggest house ever, bigger than 25. It was good. I liked it. Oh, it's not gonna spoil. It's not gonna say it. The scenes were great. They were from some of my favorite American Horror Story seasons. Maybe not. I don't know. I think Twisty being everywhere was really fun. I liked that a lot. They had the actors being like what's that person called? The woman looks like a guy, the mustache, strong thing. The bearded lady. And then they had
it's not the bearded lady. I don't remember.
The
Glamazon.
Yeah.
The Glamazon.
They had
I can't remember her
little
name.
meep thing.
That was hilarious. At the end of the...
It was kind of scary. She came out with like a shank or like a bottle or something. It was good. It was a good house. So that's my number 3.
My number 3. You just heard it.
Same thing. I knew it.
It was American Horror Story.
I know where this is going. I know where this list is going.
Yeah, I know too. I think we have the exact... Wait, we might have the exact same ones. But, like he was saying, an American Horror Story, it was just such a fun house. You didn't mention anything from Murder House.
I forgot the rest of the houses that were in it.
Wow. So, Murder House was such a cool scene. You had the guy with his face burnt.
Yeah.
His family was, like, not his family, but they made it seem like his family.
Oh, yeah, there was a scene with... I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. There was a scene with, what's the guy's name? The main...
The rubber man? Oh, Tate.
Fuck. Tate.
That room, oh my god.
But the rubber man room was bad. That was
Tate.
traumatizing.
That was weird.
That shit's weird. I'm not into that.
And then there was the scene at the end with all the twisties.
Oh, that was cool too.
Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna say something.
You just brought me back memory lane.
Yeah, just brought back something down memory lane. Yeah. When we went opening weekend, we went through Twisty's bus.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed was Jack's
Yeah.
not hood.
Yeah,
burlap sack.
sack.
Burlap sack from Carnival of Carnage, the show, the year before, and that was a pretty cool. All right, my number 2. Yeah. My numero dos.
It's gonna be the same thing.
I'm pretty sure it is
the same thing.
It's the same thing. So this house, I went into this house with the lowest expectations.
It's not the same thing.
I was waiting for this house.
It's not the same thing.
Just because I have a friend of mine that works at the event.
Not the same thing.
And he was in the house. The Horrors of Blumhouse. It's not? Never mind. So, I like this house not just for one reason, but one big reason. Me, Jeremy, Nico, and Richard went through this house alone.
That was alright. I'm glad you're telling the story because I would take forever.
We went
onto it though
and got every single scare in that house. Oh my gosh! Might I just realize? I realize this right now. I was terrified from the not the first second you walk in the room. It's fine. You go through, you see Bagul, you're like, you ain't nothing. You see a girl come screaming at you, it's fine. A little boy pops up. Camcorder, he's like, I'm gonna make the best film yet. Haha. Goes away, the light shatters. 3 Baguls just pop up. Why? I don't know. But I'm scared shitless. I can care less about The Purge. The Purge was nothing. I've seen The Purge a ton of times.
That's trash.
I'm sorry to anyone that was in that section. Anyone that's been in a Purge
It's not their
house.
fault. It's just, it was really short. It's not their fault.
Yeah, it was 2 rooms.
Shout out to Ouija.
Exactly. And then the scariest part of that house had to be the insidious part.
Yeah.
That was just...
With the colors all over the walls, the flashing lights.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. But I'm going to stop talking about it. It was fun. I'll let you get it. Your number 2.
My number 2 is Halloween. First one. Nothing wrong with that house. I don't remember anything wrong with that house. It's fantastic. It's probably one of my favorite houses ever. There's just something that happened in the first house that made it my number 1. Halloween's amazing. Every scene in it's great.
Alright.
Number.
So since you know my number 1, it's Halloween.
Yep.
Alright, so...
Shout out to Michael Myers.
Shout out to Mikey Mikes being the best killer out there. Making it on the first 2 videos back to back like a G. So...
No Drake.
He's not even Drake, but he's out here being back to back, you know. Hopefully he's back this year.
He will be.
He's gonna be back. He's gonna return to Horror Nights.
Speculation.
It's a little speculation! Alright, but I had so much fun in this house. It has to be one of the best killer houses I've ever been in. and I've only been through a few, but hear me out.
Isn't every house a killer house? Because they're trying to kill us?
He's right. But this had to be one of the best houses I've ever been through. Just for the solid reason
I
that
feel like shit not putting it at one, but I have reasoning.
it's a side-by-side comparison. It's the exact movie, scene for scene.
Yeah.
And it's just done so right.
The acting's fantastic. The
Went to his house.
girl that's getting chased by Michael Myers does a great job. Shot her out. It's great.
Yeah. Like I'll say, one time I went to his house. This was before me and Nico started going together. This was the year before.
Yeah.
I had a stare down with Michael Myers.
Fucker's
I
tall.
will never forget this. Because that man stared into my soul. I didn't want to move. I was terrified, but I moved. I'm not a pussy. His number one.
Number one's Blumhouse.
What? Who would have known that?
Oh. You know, I said I had a reasoning behind it, and the reasoning is what he talked about when we went through, you know, just us four. It was the end of the night, probably 2 minutes left in Horn, and at that particular night until the park was closed. Maybe one, maybe none. Who knows? We went through it, and I told everyone I was going first because I'm not a bitch. Or that's what I was saying, that I wasn't a bitch. After I got out, I turned into a bitch. I went through it, like he said, we got every scare. I was trying to go slow. I mean...
There was no one behind us.
No, I was going to say something bad. I got insert expletive, sexual expletive here. Just... I got fucked up. I was gonna say something worse.
Yeah.
I just got destroyed by everyone, and that's why it's better than Halloween for me. I think Halloween's a better house, but like overall, but in my opinion, from my experience, Blumhouse just beats it for me. And that's it.
Alright, so let us know what you guys think. Like I said last time, you guys from Hollywood, what's your top favorite houses? You guys from around here in our neighborhood, our neck of the woods, what was your top 5? I know you guys have probably been going longer than us. So you guys have more experience with more houses. Let us know what you think. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Comment below still, you know.
Yeah.
Let us know what else you guys want to see from us from this series. And stay excellent, my dudes.